Welcome to the Social Podcast, where no discussion or debate is off limits.
You know what? It's always so lovely to see the audience when we have returnees, people who come every time. We love seeing you, and we love making new friends. So welcome to the Social. She's not a new friend. She's an old friend, and we love her. Award-winning filmmaker, showrunner, and director, Sasha Lee Henry. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Love to be here with the best live audience in Canada.
Yes, thank you. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what's been keeping you so busy these days, all right?
Yes, yeah.
But first, we're going to talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement. Is there dissenters in the is their engagement ruining relationships? Okay? You're like, what does that even mean? Well, comedian Nikki Glaser told Entertainment Tonight that Travis is the guy that everyone deserves, and that the couple, well, they are setting a new standard for romance, which means there are probably, she says, a lot of girls questioning their relationships right now, okay? So the question is, are these two raising the bar for women relationships everywhere?
All right, you guys are kind of on the fence. I think in this case, before we discuss the raising of the bar, I want to discuss the source of this comment. Miss Glaser, who is a 41-year-old woman who's been in an on-again, off-again relationship for the past 10 years with this guy. They have a non-monogamous relationship where he's allowed to sleep with other women and she doesn't participate in the same thing with men. So we need to know a little bit about her before we kind of dissect what she said. And now let's look at Taylor and Travis. He was shooting his shot 2 years ago on his podcast, said he was at the concert, wanted to give her a bracelet. I like it, it's cute. 2 seconds later, we see that they're dating. Quickly, she's meeting parents, he's meeting hers. We've seen them over the last 2 years support each other at their careers. She's at football games, he's at her concerts. They keep each other their private business very private. And then 2 years later, he has proposed. So to Nikki, I'd like to ask, what's this bar that is so hard for men to reach? What did they do in this relationship that's so strange? Because to me, her comments speak more to her relationship and her feelings about it than it does to these two people who are doing something that lots of people have done. So I don't get it.
Interesting.
I feel like I agree. I was just sad that the bar is being raised due to this, right? Like I feel like as much as it's a very impactful couple. They're like, you know, two very influential people. But I really wish the bar wasn't where it was in order for this to be where it's going to be raised to.
Okay.
And I feel like it might also have the inverse effect where I think some women might start projecting a personality and relationship onto their partner that is not there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because they want that happy ending, maybe?
Yes,
Okay.
Listen, I'm happy for them, and I don't want to dog on this couple, but
you're gonna.
I mean, first of all, like, this couple is not raising the bar for me, and I don't think it should be for anyone. Anyone who's watched celebrity couples know how fast they crash and burn. Often, I'm looking at you, J-Lo, like the greatest love story never told. Like, we know thou dost protest. I'm not inspired. Sorry. It's true.
Her picker is broken.
J-Lo has a pricker. But anyway, and I wish this couple all the best. I just think that there's this idea out there that this is like, oh, you know, all women are now, Nikki's saying, all women now are gonna look to Taylor and be like, I want my man to reach this bar. And the truth is that not all women are at the bar themselves. I'm gonna say it. It's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
Like, I don't think, like, I don't know. Again, even if these are the two greatest people in the world, like, women have just as much stuff to deal with as men do. And so to out of the gate expect that every woman deserves a whatever, it's like, are you doing the work? I just want to put that out there.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's go down that road. I mean, you're saying something that a lot of people aren't saying. And so where I want to go with this, because I do agree, the patriarchy that has created a lot of these toxic men that are running around everywhere, unfortunately, it hasn't helped women either. And so what I want to say to that is where I will defend this relationship, because I have a little Swiftie at home, my daughter's 11, there are far worse relationships that she could look to than this one. So I don't want to dog on them either. It's very
and they do
healthy
seem to
for
like
her.
each other. They do.
like
The
each
affection does seem
other.
mutual.
But what I will say is that the patriarchy has done dirty women and men. And what Travis at least is doing, because the whole quote from Nikki wasn't just about how, Travis is raising the bar. It's also how Taylor is presenting herself. It's seemingly, from what we know, a really sort of healthy, normal, average relationship, but maybe average and normal and healthy isn't so common anymore. I don't know.
Well, less women are getting married and having babies.
Absolutely. But I don't want to say that that's just because all men suck. We know a lot of men who are really great guys. Here's what we don't see in media. We don't see enough, I think, positive masculinity examples. And I think the Kelce brothers are actually changing that narrative to say this is what healthy masculinity looks like. Yeah.
Who thought we'd see the day where the Kelce brothers, no offense to them, we're the beacons that we're all reaching for, but you know what, happy for them, happy for them.
It's true.
All right, we're moving on to this because breaking up may be hard to do, but is it easier if you do it from a distance, okay? A new survey from Research Co. found 29% of Canadians between the ages of 18 and 34 prefer ending a relationship by phone, email, or app. So, Sasha, in dating, in short-term relationships,
Short-term, okay.
Is a remote breakup ideal or is it rude?
This is unhinged. I think this is unhinged. No, my writing partner, the 16-year-old daughter, she just told me that she broke up with her boyfriend. It was short-term over text. And I'm like, at least a phone call. I feel like most people are not that eloquent or articulate for really to say, to end things with grace via a text or an email kind of thing. And also, if you've been to my house, if you have my address, I feel like we could at least, like a phone call, some kind of extra thing to just close that for both. I'm also a spiraler, right? If you just leave me hanging with just like a, hey, this isn't gonna work, I'm like in my head spinning with the, so I think.
Okay, but I mean, I can just say from personal experience, there was a guy I dated for over a year, and one day he came over and I had planned a meal. I went out, I bought groceries, I was on the stove and doing all this stuff. He ate the meal, and then afterwards he broke up with me. And I was like, you know what?
Well, that's a different, no.
I would have preferred the text.
Did he appreciate the meal?
I know, but just send me the text.
Still friends with him?
Yeah, I am still friends with him, actually.
Of course you are.
So maybe, and as I'm saying this, maybe that did soften the blow. But right now, sitting in this, I'm mad again. And I feel like you should have just sent me the text.
No. You think you're mad, but you're not mad. Listen, you can break up with someone any way you want, but ask yourself this question. Do you want the drama today or do you want it later on? Because it's coming to your door. Because to your point, if they know where you live, if they know where you work, if they know where you socialize, if they know your friends, guess what? They're gonna find you. And the more she spirals, the more she's gonna find you. And also, what people don't realize, the #1 killer for relationships that haven't even started is word of mouth. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a guy, I'm like, ooh, he's cute, what about him? And someone's like, no, girl, he broke up with his girlfriend by text. You don't want that. And I go, thank you. And I don't even bother with that guy. So it may work in the short term, but in the long term, it does not work. So you may as well just man up, eat the food, eat the dinner.
And then do the breakup.
And then
at least he did it to your face.
I guess that's true.
At least
You're
he did it to your face. The only thing I want to quickly say about this is Esther Perel, who we know is an amazing couples therapist. She says this is not just a problem of breakups, doing it remotely. We're doing everything when it comes to romance remotely, right from the get. That's what dating apps are doing. She says, unfortunately for us as humans, we are engineering all discomfort out of relationships, and it's doing us a disservice. So the idea that you don't even want to start on apps, never mind like breaking up, great if you actually get into the relationship. She's like, we have to understand, we have to face discomfort and learn how to deal with friction and messiness in human relationships. Stop running away. Stop being a coward.
Because we will find you.
Because we will find you.
We will find you.
Right? Anyway.
Okay, drivers, does knowing there's a speed camera in the area get you to hit the brakes? Okay, well, Ontario Premier Doug Ford calls them a tax grab and says he'll force municipalities to take them down if they don't do it themselves. Now, are you for or against the speed cameras? Okay, a little tepid. Sasha, how
I'm
you
for
feeling?
speed monitoring, but I'm against the cameras. When I'm driving, I'm probably going anywhere from 5 to 10 kilometers over, depending on where I'm coming through. And I don't want to be dinged for that, especially when sometimes in my neighborhood late at night, I am hearing like real GT speed, like speed racing happening. That's what I want the focus to be on. And I don't necessarily, most of the time when I realize a speed camera is there, I've already passed it. Like, I don't think it helps people be that much more mindful.
I think that's part of the problem is because the research has shown they do help deter speeding and they actually do help reduce crashes. However, it's how they're placed. You have to know they're there for them to work.
Yeah.
And some of the ones that I've seen around this city, like you just said, blink and it's gone. So I think there has to be a better setup. There has to be like a big arrow saying, here's a speed camera, slow down. I will say this as the parent of a child who's gonna start walking to school, I need people to slow down, okay? It's bonkers what's happening out there. My street is a residential street.
Yes.
You would think it's the 401. My neighborhood is not the 401.
Yeah.
So they've had to put bigger and bigger speed bumps and that doesn't work. So here's the thing, the money is there and here, I have to take a little side trip here for a second. Doug Ford says he'll take them down if the municipality doesn't take it down. These cameras have already brought in $45 million to the city of Toronto. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if you've been into a public school lately. Infrastructure is crumbling. We need the money, and we are in a budget crunch in Toronto.
Wait.
I want the money.
I want to add one little side note to what she just said. Also, Doug Ford, no one wanted you as mayor of the city, so stay out of this city, period.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's making $45 million. Will that money get funneled into the school system? We'll wait and see, and I doubt it.
Take a look, but the budget is hurting. The TTC is falling apart. $230 million short. We need money here.
Obviously, but is that money gonna go to the places where it's needed? Usually in the past, it does not. So this is the thing, we all see it as a cash grab. I may have gotten a ticket 2 or maybe 8, and I get frustrated every single time because I'm like, who said I was speeding? I felt like I was going the speed limit, and there's a way for me to fight it, but let's be real. I feel like it's a cash grab because I'm like, in order for me to fight this ticket, I gotta take a day off work, the amount of red tape, and you know that, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna pay the ticket, and I don't get a chance to fight it. And you're right, when I'm in a school zone, I don't wanna hit anybody's child. Nobody wants to hit somebody. But you know what slows me down? When I see that little thing, that sign that tells you how fast that you're going and what the speed limit is, that slows me down, because sometimes I'm just not aware. My foot's a little heavy on the gas. But if I see that, I go, oh, I need to slow down. You know what also slows people down? A police officer doesn't even need to be in the cruiser, just parked on the side, everybody slows down. So there are other ways to do without sending me pictures of my car in the mail.
Yeah, but you're still paying that police officer. You can't put somebody on every street in the city where it's a problem. Guess what? A camera doesn't need any brakes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like getting those tickets. No one likes it, but at the same time, I do remember the streets that I know I've gotten them on, I never drive in the same way down those streets, and that should be the impact if you actually care about people and you care about kids, and people are driving out of control. The other option is speed bumps, right? And speed bumps, don't bring in money, what you're talking about, to fix infrastructure, to fix things in the city, but they do slow us down. So you have to pick your poison, and I think
roundabouts.
We're not going to do that.
Wait, people don't even know what to do at a roundabout. That's going to cost more.
We don't need any more.
Wreak more havoc.
No, I don't think
is that €2 for us?
People do not even know what to do at a roundabout.
And I think also we don't need any more slowdowns to build that. Right now we need immediate fixes, and I think this one makes the most sense. Maybe what they need to do is, particularly in these ones that keep getting knocked down, is change the way that they're encased, right? Make something that has, like, I don't know,
a cage around it.
I don't know, maybe, or something like zaps you.
Have you seen the video of the person? Is that there's one particular camera that keeps on getting chopped down. Nothing's gonna stop that person. I don't know who they are, but you can cage it, you can put it in whatever you want. That person's chopping that camera down. I think they've chopped down at least 5, so I don't know if that's gonna work, but I do like the speed bumps. That'll slow me down.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, everybody, well, think about the last time that you drove out to your favorite wholesale store to pick up some toilet paper, some nuts, maybe a jumbo jar of pasta sauce. Would the trip have been more fun with a errand friend? An errand friend. It's a trending term for a low-effort, high-reward companion who joins you on all your errands. Anyone in?
Yes, 100%.
I mean, I'm totally into this idea, and I think the problem is that most times our friends are equally as busy as we are, right? So you can't really have an errand friend easily. I'll just say that there was a video that went viral recently, and I don't know if anyone saw it. It was with Trevor Noah on his podcast, What Now? And I can't stop thinking about it, and he was pointing out that coming from a developing nation to a developed one in the West, how shocked he was that the village became a commodity. And that's just struck me as so profoundly true that now we have to buy someone to help us out with errands or groceries or food prep or anything like that. And it's something we should
Outsource is our favorite word.
We need to protest this, and we need to come together more and more to protest this racket.
Yeah.
It's a racket.
Yeah, I agree. I have a friend that we do homework calls every night where, maybe she'll do her workout routine, I'll do the dishes, or I'll do laundry, and we just keep each other company just on the phone. And then once a month, we'll go to that big wholesale store, split the pack of pasta sauce because we really don't, one of us doesn't need it all. But it has made, it's changed it from a very expensive meal and dressing up and thing to something that we both need to do anyways. We get to spend the time, and someone can help me not overbuy when I'm out.
That's so good.
It is really nice.
It's so good. Well, Sasha, I teased off the top that you are doing big things here in the city. Can we talk about it? Because you are fresh off of your long-awaited debut feature film, Dinner with Friends, that just premiered at the Toronto International. And you have described your film as your, quote, most creatively vulnerable project to date. Tell us more.
Well, I think it was, something, it's personal in its themes because we first wrote the script, myself and my writing partner, Tanya Thompson, in the pandemic. I think when everyone was feeling that sense of isolation and loneliness and really missing our own group of friends that we used to get around with and, would just be able to hang out with and enjoy each other's company. And so, that definitely made it very vulnerable for me. But, we made this film, we went to camera with $100,000 and shot it over 9 days. And so there is just a lot that is required, as the director to really want to still do justice to the incredible performers that invested their time, the cast and crew, and just wanting it to, live up to kind of what my hopes and desires were. So to be able to have it debut at TIFF really is, the emotional honor of a lifetime.
Oh, congratulations. That's a big deal.
In your city.
That's a big deal, my friend.
We're going to continue to cheer you on. We cannot wait. Thank you, Sasha Lee, for being here. Thank you so much. We can tell you can catch the final public screening of Dinner with Friends this Sunday. That's September 14th at 9:45 a.m. at the Scotiabank Theatre, just behind us here in downtown Toronto. Head to tiff.net for tickets, tiff.net.
Subscribe to the Social Podcast so you don't miss a fiery debate. Until next time, socialites.